Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to ACS Sneakers. My name is Aiden. On today's video, we are going to be taking a look at a recent collaboration between Jordan brand and streetwear brand Clot. Now, we are taking a look at the Air Jordan 14 in the Terracotta colorway, but before we get into that, as always, I want to welcome back my returning viewers. Thank you as always for choosing to support me and this channel, and to any new viewers, welcome to the channel. We do release brand new sneaker content just like this each and every week, so do make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit that bell notification as well so you never miss a video, and without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the intro. Now, before we do go ahead and get into the review itself, like I always do on this channel, let's take a quick look at the shoe box. Now, on the front of the box itself, we do have the Air Jordan branding along with the Clot detailing as well. Now, personally, I don't know everything there is to know about the streetwear brand. The only thing I really do know is that they are based over in Hong Kong. They have also collaborated with Jordan brand in the past. In 2018, they did bring out the Air Jordan 13 Low. It kind of flew under my radar and it wasn't one of the shoes that I really wanted to pick up. But when this shoe was releasing, it kind of felt a little bit different and it definitely felt like one I had to pick up at all costs. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest Air Jordan 14 fan. This is actually the only 14 I've ever seen in person. But like I say, we will get into the details as to why I had to pick up this shoe later on in the video. If we take a quick look at the label now, which reads Air Jordan 14 Low SP in the Sepia Stone Terra Blush colourway. Now, this is a personal pair, as you can tell from the size label, as it is a UK size 9. Now, before we do go ahead and get into the review itself, if we pop open the box, inside the box itself, you do get this really cool card. On the front, you do have a Terracotta Warrior with a basketball with the Clot detailing, and the actual Warrior itself is actually wearing the 14s. I thought it was a really cool detail, if I'm being completely honest. And then on the reverse of the card, we do have the Jumpman logo along with the Clot logo as well. Now, that pretty much just wraps up the actual box itself, so let's get straight into the shoe. So jumping straight into the shoe, starting from the toes up. Now, the toe box itself has been comprised of this all suede material, and also incorporated into the toe box, we do have this embroidered Jumpman. Now, as far as the actual quality of the suede goes, it's genuinely really impressive in my opinion. The shoe does come at a premium, so this shoe retails, I believe, for £180, and that's considerably a lot more than your standard Air Jordan 1 or even Jordan 3 and so on. So I can completely appreciate why the materials on this shoe will be a lot better than those shoes, but to be completely honest, I would definitely argue that this is up there as one of the best suedes I've had on any Jordan release. And now moving further back the shoe to the side panel, on both the lateral and medial side, we do have an all suede material, and this has actually been done to replicate the actual armoured plates of the Terracotta Army. Based on the picture I saw inside the box and the little bit of research I did, I think it actually does have quite a close resemblance. And Sneakers actually put on their website a short description into how Edison Chen decided to come up with the specific inspiration for this shoe. I'd highly recommend heading over to the Sneakers app or heading over to the Sneakers website, just giving it a quick read, as I do personally feel like it actually did offer quite a good insight into the inspiration for this shoe. Also incorporated into the side panels, we do have this white running stitch, and also we do have these raised dots in this 2-3 formation. I believe this is a direct nod to MJ himself for when he wore the 23 jersey with the Chicago Bulls. It's not something that's immediately obvious unless you have the shoe in hand, in my opinion, but it is just a nice detail if you ask me. And then if we move slightly further back the actual uppers of the shoe, we do have what I would only consider to be like a shield detail. This is normally where a Jumpman would be featured, but I actually watched a review by Flight Academy Kicks, and he said that you might actually be able to scratch this off and there might be something underneath. Now, I did find out that the Jordan 14 is famous for having 14 Jumpmen featured on the shoe. The fact that we don't have a Jumpman featured on this shield just at face value kind of made me think, is there any other colorways from the Jordan 14 lineup that don't have all 14, or is this the only one? So if you guys can kind of help me find that out, please make sure to leave me a comment in the comment section. And now moving down the shoe itself, here we have a polyurethane midsole with an encapsulated Air Zoom unit at the forefoot and heel. The midsole itself has been painted in this Terra Blush colour, as has the teeth accent towards the forefoot of the shoe. Now, there is actually a really cool feature about this shoe that I didn't even notice until I started to do the close-up looks of the shoe itself. On the medial side, we do actually have a small air vent. Now, the shoe itself, as I've mentioned, is an all suede upper, so there's very little wriggle room when it actually comes to ventilation to your actual feet. So the fact we do have a small ventilation hole, making sure that your feet don't overheat, I'm all for it. Switching then to the outsole of the shoe, we do have the herringbone traction alongside the TPU shank plate. For those of you that don't already know, the shank plate has been replaced on the 14 to previous silhouettes, which used to be carbon fibre. I did actually read somewhere that Tinker Hatfield did this to actually make the shoe a lot lighter for Michael Jordan during his final seasons with the Chicago Bulls. Now, as I mentioned at the start of the video, this is my one and only 14 that I've ever had, and it is a low top version. But I can safely say that this is definitely the lightest Jordan silhouette that I've ever personally had. And now moving back up the shoe, in the centre we do have these beige rope laces. The laces themselves do sit atop a perforated suede tongue. The 14 tongue is pretty much the main reason as to why I haven't picked up a previous silhouette. It looks really flimsy, it's too thin in my opinion, and I don't really like how it looks on feet. But on this particular shoe, they have kind of done it in a way to replicate like a Chinese scroll. So on the right shoe, we have the Jordan text. On the left shoe, we have the Clot text. And I actually think it really works for this particular shoe. This is a themed piece, so it will work for this shoe. But in general, I still really don't like the 14 tongue. And now taking a look around the ankle collar and the sock liner. Here we have more of that beige coloured material. Around the ankle collar, I do believe it is more of that suede material, but then the inner of the shoe itself kind of feels like a really nicely padded nylon material. If you are looking for any sizing information, I've gone true to size with this pair. I'll be completely honest, I did find it a little bit awkward to actually get the shoe on for the first time, but when I did actually get my feet into the shoe, I definitely feel like it fit me true to size. If you are looking for a little bit more of a relaxed fit, you can't really go wrong going a half a size up, but if you are looking for that, more complete true to size fit, just go with your natural size in my opinion. If there's any chance for you to try out the shoe before buying, I would highly recommend you do so, just so you can understand the best fit for you. And now taking a look at the insole of the shoe, starting with the right foot, we have more of that Terra Blush colour as the primary colour for the insole with the red Clot branding. And then switching over to the left foot, here we have once again that Terra Blush coloured insole with the white Jumpman branding. On the reverse of the insole, we do actually have some additional cushioning for the impact zones of the insole. Swinging over to the heel of the shoe, we have the Chinese idiom for happiness and prosperity. This has been done in the traditional knot and coin. Now, although I do like how it looks aesthetically, I do feel like it's a little bit annoying if you are planning on wearing this shoe. If you were just leaving this shoe up on a shelf or if it's a collector's piece, that's absolutely fine. I can't see it being an issue. But just in general, if you're walking around, it's going to keep whacking off the heel. It's a little bit of an annoying sound, and it's a little bit of a weird feeling, because you do have this like rubberized Jordan on the heel of the shoe as well. So in general, like I say, I do think it looks nice, but it doesn't really feel too practical if you ask me. Now, if you do remember at the start of the video, I did mention that this was a must cop, and I was going to go in detail describing exactly why that is. The reason I felt like this one in particular was definitely a must cop for me is whenever Jordan Brand does have any collaborative sneakers, it always feels and looks like they put a lot more effort in and they do use more premium materials. I felt like this would definitely be a good time to actually try it out for the first time, see if I like it and see if I don't, rather than just getting a standard GR release that, I would have probably left me quite underwhelmed. I'll be honest, I'm really surprised by the quality of the materials on this shoe. I do think that has a lot to do with the fact that it is a collaborative piece rather than just a Jordan 14. But, it's definitely changed some of my opinions about the shoe. I still don't love it. It's definitely not a shoe that I'm going to be eagerly anticipating all year. But yeah, I definitely think it is a really nice piece if you are looking to pick this one up. Now that pretty much wraps up the actual overview of the shoe itself, so now let's go ahead and get into my opinions on the shoe. So just to summarise in terms of my overall opinion itself, I do give the Air Jordan 14 in the Terracotta colourway a very respectable 8 out of 10. I definitely like this shoe a lot more having it in hand than what I saw on the initial images. Given the fact that it's releasing in February and it's such a jam-packed month, I'm going to be letting this one go on this occasion. But if this released at any other stage of the year, I definitely feel like it would have took a lot of considerations to actually keeping the shoe. The materials are top notch, the craftsmanship definitely comes through, and I really do like the overall heritage and thought process that's actually gone into the colourway. I'd love to know what you guys think as well, so do make sure to leave me a comment in the comment section below. If you've stuck around to this point in the video, I want to say a massive thank you. If you are new to the channel, please go ahead and smash that subscribe button, hit that bell notification as well so you never miss a video, and I hope to see you all again on the next one.